Hi everyone, I am Rashim Mogha and welcome again to my channel where we talk about career, mindfulness, inclusive leadership, productivity and success. Now today's video is personal, it's raw. Today I'm going to reveal my biggest enemy. Now I debated myself if I should record this video today. I've always believed though that leaders need to be authentic, they need to be real, and they need to be vulnerable. So in the spirit of being vulnerable today, I'll be honest and transparent with you, my audience, and share with you my biggest enemy. Now, as I mentioned in my last week's video, I am doing a lot of inner work these past few weeks because I am part of this PQ program, which allows coaches to be better as coaches and bring value to their coachees. Now, in the process, though, I am learning a lot about myself. I'm understanding and revisiting my enemies and saboteurs too. Now, in last 6 months or so, I found myself seeking validation. Validation that I am a good mother, validation that I'm a good daughter, validation that I am a good business leader, and validation that I'm making an impact on this world. Now, this is despite winning numerous awards, winning, being recognized as top 100 global influencers by Pigtail Media, speaking at various events, delivering a very successful EVA summit, and leading a successful acquisition at work. So despite all that, in last 6 months, I am finding myself seeking validation from myself and from others. Now, this is not imposter syndrome. This is actually more than that. This is essentially, me judging myself and me judging my circumstances. And I've been judging myself after every conversation, after every action, seeking validation from myself and from others that I am making an impact. Now, in last 6 months, I've also been judging my circumstances. Typically, when I take on a new job, I set a success criteria for myself. I've done that for every new role that I've taken in past 10 years. And this time around, I find that despite being acknowledged for all the contributions that I've made in last 6 months, I am still seeking validation. I'm still not confident that I'm making the impact that I should be making. And I am also postponing my happiness. So that target of when I will be happy is constantly moving for me nowadays. As I do all this inner work, I actually realize that we all have this inner judge. And that is my biggest enemy. So yes, there, I said it. My biggest enemy is my judge. And this week, I'm doing a lot of work to identify what techniques work for me to weaken this inner judge. Now, although I've addressed this enemy numerous times in my past, and I've done that very successfully, what I did not know is that this enemy is going to creep back again into my life. Right. And really, this enemy has come back again, this time in a new form. And I wasn't able to see this enemy, my enemy, which is my inner judge, because this inner judge made me feel that I was doing the right thing by seeking validation, despite the data points and despite the facts that I was moving in the right direction. This judge was confusing discernment with judgment, and this judge was forcing me to think in a way that was not being helpful for me. So going through this PQ exercise and PQ program has reinforced for me that we are all work in progress. And really, there is no destination to this journey of doing that inner work and fighting with your inner enemies, your saboteurs, your judge. And this is why probably, coaches need coaches. and that's why doctors need doctors and therapists need therapists, because everybody needs to do that inner work that they need to do and have this journey or path for themselves. So that is it. That is my inner enemy, my inner judge. So now that I've identified this inner enemy and my judge, you might ask, what am I doing to weaken this judge? There are three techniques that I'm specifically using to weaken my inner judge and my biggest enemy. So the first technique that I'm using is actually stepping back. When I find myself seeking validation, I step back. I say loudly, my inner judge wants me to seek validation, but I am confident in the impact that I'm making, so I'm not going to seek validation from anyone. Now, I have realized that when that happens, I step away from my laptop, I step away from my devices, I go for a walk, or I make a cup of tea for myself. And the reason behind that and why I do that is because for me, the first hour is very, very critical. If during the first hour of when that inner judge sets in, if I'm able to step back, then I can regain my balance and weaken my inner judge. So you'll have to figure out what works for you. But for me, that first hour is extremely critical. And that's why the moment I see my inner judge telling me that I need to seek validation, I immediately step back. The second technique that I've been using is to be writing or keeping a running list of all my successes daily. So these are all small little successes. My kids coming to me and saying, Mama, we love you. Thank you for doing what you do for us. Or a good email coming in from a business leader letting me know that I'm making an impact, or somebody connecting with me over LinkedIn and letting me know that they've been part of the EVOW initiative and how it has helped them be successful. All these go in the running list because this is such a powerful step for me. This helps me continuously keep my inner judge in check because I know that I'm making an impact. The third technique that I use is actually positive affirmations. So I have been using leadership affirmations, detox affirmations, and gratitude affirmations to keep myself in a positive mindset. These affirmations are available on Amazon to enable for free. So I will actually add the links to these affirmations in the comment section so that you can download these affirmations as well and use them. I feel these affirmations are a very powerful way to keep myself grounded and in my positive mind frame that I need to be able to weaken my inner judge, my biggest enemy. So those were my three techniques that I have been using to weaken my inner judge, and I've been using them successfully. I would love to hear from you if you try out these techniques, if they have helped you or not. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, now is the time to click on the subscribe button and hit on the notifications bell icon so that you can get notified every time I release a new video. Well, that was all that I had for you this week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week and keep succeeding.